All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's PIHCAM with HuddleGG, and in today's video we're going to talk about how we can utilize a unique pre-snap motion to confuse our opponents and catch them off guard for some nice easy yards. Now, this tip that we're talking about today comes from our RAG spread game plan that we released earlier in the year, and for those of you that don't know who RAG is, he's a very unique offensive player, and he's going to be running stuff on the offensive side of the ball that you've never seen before, and it's very hard to defend. Right? It's stuff that he designs himself that really opens up his offense and takes it to a different level. And this is just one of those tips. So if you want to check out the full game plan, head over to HuddleGG. There's over 3 hours of video going over this game plan, and again, very unique, very fun, very off meta. So if you want to run something that not a lot of people in the community are running, definitely head over, check this out, and implement these ideas into your offense. Okay, now with that being said, let's hop into it. And what we're going to be using here are the auto pre-snap motion plays that are in the game. Okay, now the spread playbook has the most of these. Okay, there are other playbooks that have them. I know the Cardinals do, and I believe there's a couple others, but with the spread, you have them from different formations, and you have a plethora of them, right? You have a good amount of them in the game here in this playbook. Okay, so what it is this like RPO peak zone bubble. Okay, so what this play is before the snap, your running back is going to go in motion, and you're going to be able to hit him out on this little bubble and get some nice easy yards. Okay, now this particular formation, the slot offset, is going to have quite a few of these. Okay, we have one where the running back goes right and where the running back goes left here. And so you see here, we can do it where the running back goes the other way, and we can pick up some nice yards there. Okay, now this simple motion is not the tip that we're going to talk about, right? What we're going to talk about is something specifically that RAG does to catch his opponent off guard and keep them off balance while still utilizing these pre-snap motions. Okay, now what he's going to do is he's going to come out in a play that's not the pre-snap motion. Okay, so a play like shakes here. And when you come out in a play like this, we're going to have the plays that we want to audible to here on our audibles, but since we're in a play that doesn't have the auto motion pre-snap, we're able to motion one of these running backs to the line. Okay, you're going to want to motion the running back that you're sending in motion on the audible. Okay, so what do I mean by that? If we're running the motion where the running back goes to the right, then we want to motion this guy, right? Because he's going to be the running back that's in motion to the right. But now you'll see that we now have a 2x2 look, right? So our opponent at this point doesn't think we're doing the auto motion, right? They think that we motioned him out maybe to get an advantage, set up a specific route combination. So they're going to be adjusting their defense according and not looking for the auto motion at all anymore. Okay, now what RAG's going to do is we're going to audible over to the play we want to run. And what you'll see is we don't have to wait for him to get set. We can call hike when he's running from that slot position there. So we're actually going to get almost like in terms of, I mean, you think about it as a speed boost, but really it's just to confuse that opponent and catch them off guard, because it's almost a quick hike with this motion, right? So again, when we audible to this, we don't have to wait for him to get set. We can just call hike here, and now he's going to get out to the outside very quickly, and the user's not going to be anywhere near that play because they think that we're just audibling back to the normal formation, right? And you can do this the same way with the other running back, right? So if we motion him down here to the line and we audible over to one where he's in motion, you can see that we don't have to wait for him to get set, and it's really just going to be a quick, easy way for us to get the ball into these guys' hands. And again, it's to really take the user out of the play and catch them off guard, right? The user is not going to be ready for this because when we motion this guy out, they think, oh, he's not running the motion play anymore, right? The good players are going to know that you have those auto motion plays in this formation, but once we motion somebody out, that leaves their mind, right? And this is something that I run quite a bit when I'm in the spread playbook, so I do know firsthand that this is very effective. And again, like I said, you can do it with any of these plays that have the motion in them, right? You don't have to just do the bubbles. You could do the motion triple option, right? So again, motion triple option, you call it when he's in motion, and we're going to be able to do this. Obviously, we get the bad flip there, but you can see there how we're still able to call it while that guy's in motion, right? And obviously, based off what defense your opponent is running, that is going to tell you which play you want to audible to, obviously. We're in an all-out blitz here on defense, so the triple option is not the best play here. But if we motion the guy down here and we want to come to a pass play, we can. And again, we can still catch him in motion. But now we have a pass play that we're able to utilize. And again, really catch that opponent off guard, catch that user out of position. They're going to be scrambling, trying to get to that motion player now because they weren't expecting it to begin with. And it's going to be a way that we can really just get some nice, easy yardage. Now, the cool thing about this is we can do this out of other formations as well. So in the spread playbook, out of a formation like tray open offset, we have these motion plays also. Okay, so we have a halfback swing, we have a motion inside cross, and we have a motion Z spot, right? So what we're going to do is, again, we don't want to come out in these plays, right? We want to come out in a play that doesn't have the auto motion pre-snap, and we want to motion our running back down to the line. So now our opponent's like, okay, they're in 5 wide, okay? So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to be able to audible to one of these plays, and now we're going to have this guy in motion. We don't have to wait for him to get set, and we're going to be able to really out leverage our opponent, catch them off guard, and you can see that we're able to get some nice easy yards. Okay, the great thing about this is, like I said, you can mix in the plays that have different routes in them as well, right? So in this formation we have just a motion swing where the guys are going to be blocking out there to the outside, which will work just fine. We could audible to motion inside cross where we now have other routes available to throw it to. So again, if the user, let's say the user is really biting heavy, right? So they're catching on to us and they're going to jump out here to the side, right? So let's say that's the user over there. They know the trick that we're using, right? So again, we're motioning this guy out and they're like, okay, he's going to motion him back in. He's going to call that auto pre-snap motion and we're going to be ready for it, right? But now what we can do is we could send a tight end over the middle real quick and we could hit him because the user is going to be vacating that middle there. And obviously that's going to open up a nice, easy touchdown for us. Okay. So like I said, this is really to keep that user off balance. And if the user starts to recognize what we're doing and the user jumps, right? So let's assume this is the user here. Let's say he jumps the swing route. We now can throw something quick over the middle. Again, this backside safety here in a cover 0 is covering the running back. So he's not even going to make a play on this ball. So really, as long as we can get our guy to beat this safety who's man-to-man with him, we can catch this, and then they have no help up the middle, and we can take that for a nice, easy touchdown. So again, you can see here that depending on where the user's going, what the user's doing, we have a few different options of how we can open this up. But again, definitely utilize this, put this into your offense. Again, like I said, anytime you can keep your opponent on their toes and keep their user off balance, it's going to be a lot easier for you to move the ball down the field. If you've made it to the end of this video, odds are you're serious about becoming a better Madden player, and we're here to help. On our website at HuddleGG, $9.95 a month unlocks all of our full game plans created by some of the best Madden players in the world. You'll also have access to our private Discord where Madden pros will answer your questions and help take your game to the next level. Have a great day.